strongholds.
Yo, what's up? Joe Sketch back again for another Road to Pro episode 6. I was so much more happy with my last video, but I'll try and keep that sort of presentation up going forward into these next ones. I've decided instead of going on a day-to-day basis on my own performance, I will have one video at the end of the week dedicated to my weekly review of my stats, giving a broader perspective on my actual improvement. This will mean I can focus my videos in the week on a specific topic throughout. So keeping with this, I'll go straight onto my topic for today, a roundup of the matches for week 3 of the NA Pro League. Starting the week was Enigma-6 versus Allegiance. 1-3 in the league, Allegiance this season has started with heartbreak, losing 3 Game 5s to Liquid, Evil Geniuses and Luminosity. Their sole win was against bottom place LOL. Playing the first game of week 3, they would come up against a team in turmoil, but still finding success, Enigma-6. After an initial thrashing against Optic in week 1, Enigma-6 would beat Liquid and Luminosity before losing to Evil Geniuses in a Game 5 thriller, when Ninja won EG the game with 10 seconds left with a no-scope. The first game was for Rig Strongholds. This game couldn't have started any better for Allegiance. They gained early control, leading 16-0. E6 rallied back, and after a close mid-game, with both teams having around 30 points, E6 stormed ahead and won the game 100-34. All their players going positive. Game 2 was Colosseum Slayer. After a back and forth game for the first few minutes, E6 once again ran away with it. Boobadoo's sniping was on point, and at one point Spectre also had a snipe of his own. Booboo 14-8, with Contra the only positive on Allegiance with 13-11. The game ends 50-39 to E6. Colosseum again for game 3, this time CTF. Allegiance showed some life, having control for most of the game. Worryingly, E6 managed to get 2 counter flag caps, but Allegiance saw the game out 3-2. Shooter going double positive, and Allegiance outslaying by 25 kills. In game 4 Empire Strongholds, E6 would find themselves in control of the pit early and howled it. At one point they led 92-34, but Allegiance tried a late game comeback, bringing it to a 5-point game at one point. E6 switched on to win the game 100-87 and the series 3-1. Optic versus Envy. What a series! What a series! What a series! That's all I got. Speechless. Going into this, both teams were tied in first with 3 wins and 1 loss. EG had shown Optic's tower wasn't as steady as they wanted you to believe when they won 3-1 last week against them. Optic would come out swinging against a team that formed to knock them down, taking first OS and total control. This trend would follow the whole game. Envy could not find a footing. Envy gained a late cluster of points towards the end, but the game was already lost. Optic led 1-0, winning Strongholds Eden 100-57. Pistola only having 4 kills for Envy. Still 4 times the amount of kills I probably would have got in that game. T-Squared called him out for it, and he must have heard. Hook with Sniper, Ola with Rockets is a deadly held a 6-7 kill lead nearly all of the game, focusing on Rockets, finishing the game 50-40. Pistola reverses game 1 stats, finishing 15-6. I'd take a strong Slayer performance over a bad Strongholds performance any day. The series is tied 1-1 going into CTF Truth. Despite early control by Envy, they couldn't cap the flag. Optic rode the storm, and as soon as they had a sliver of control, they took the lead 1-0. Envy would answer back, Pistola channeling his inner commonly, capping 2 flags in quick succession. However, Optic were just too efficient when they had control, capping the last 2 flags, winning 3-2 and leading the series again 2-1. Empire Strongholds was a true showing for Envy, after 2 minutes leading 65-0. Optic would gain control, bringing the lead back to 25 points. But after trading bases for a while, Envy stormed ahead to win 100-49. Hugh having a monster series. Picture the scene. The 2 Halo 5 God Squads tied 2-2. The last game would decide it. Which team would end up regretting it? Eh? No? Just me? Okay. What a way to end a series. Lead going back and forth for the majority of the game. Optic had a slight lead at 40-35, and with Lethal burning OS, it looked like Optic's game. The lead would slowly decrease at 47-45. Pistola would get a massive double kill, spamming the plasma caster, tying it up. Hugh would get a kill shortly after, and Envy would take the game 50-47, winning the series 3-2 in games. Unbelievable. Hugh's backpack was full as he went 17-9. LOL versus Team Liquid. With that game over, surely LOL Liquid could live up to the hype. LOL picking up the 16-year-old Renegade again as their 4th. Damn, 16 and a pro Halo player. When I was 16, I was too busy trying to get Mongoose Modowns, not competing against the best players in the world. LOL still looking for their first series win would fall short in game 1. Liquid cruising onto a 147 win on Strongholds Eden. However, map 2 is Truth, ALG's favourite map. Heinz would play the game of his life. Some may say he even passed the controller over to Ogre 2, finishing the game plus 12 with 19 for 7. Optic would tie the series, winning Slayer 50-41. Penguin made a meal out of ALG in game 3, where Liquid quickly took the game 3-0 on CTF Fathom. Liquid looked poised to take the series. With total control and 22 points in the lead, the Wizard of Lag works in mysterious ways, however, disconnecting APG, leading to the game to be replayed. Liquid only needed 78 points to win, whereas ALG needed the full 100. At 18-2 to Liquid, ALG managed to get total control, and this would last him 50 points, placing him halfway to victory. After a killing spree from Spartan, Liquid make a brief comeback, rising to 41 points, and after half a minute of trading hills, ALG came out on top, and went on to win the retake 100-56, and the game 100-78 on Stronghold's Plaza, making it a 5-game series. Game 5, for a chance for ALG's first Pro League win, would be Regret Slayer. No more regret jokes. After a big 8-kill lead, Liquid came back to keep the game close, but ALG had control of OS for most of the game. Even though Rain pulled off a ninja on Renegade, who had OS, ALG would win the game 50-42 and get their first win in Season 2. Last game of the night was my boys Luminosity, no bias here, versus Evil Geniuses. Evil Geniuses were looking solid. Starting the week in joint first, everyone was thinking this game would go their way. Luminosity, on the other hand, had a few forum rumours saying Altan may be replaced by Stellar during transfers. Game 1 was Plaza Strongholds. Luminosity, with Naded having full OBJ vision on, would consistently have the rotation on EG for most of the game, putting EG down 88-35. Lunchbox initiated his team's comeback with a double kill and taking bottom mid. They brought it back to 92-76. But Altan went massive with a double SMG kill to retake bottom mid, securing Luminosity's victory. Game 1 ended 100-76. EG, looking for redemption, would take a brief lead at the start of the next game, but neglected Plasma Caster. Altan would happily take it for free, getting a double kill and VOS. This would sum up EG's game. ALG held relative control throughout and won comfortably 50-35, with Altan proving the naysayers wrong, making a statement, going 17-6. In Game 3, CTF Fathom, EG started quickly, capping Flag 1 in just over a minute. Naded switched into Flag Overdrive, assisting the equalising cap and scoring ALG's second. Flag standoff at 2-1. After a camo wasted by Naded, probably because he didn't have a flag in his hand, he was much more effective this second, getting a double kill and returning the flag, and ALG winning 3-1 and sweeping EG 3-0. At the start of Day 2, Envy were top, with 4 wins and 1 loss, followed by Optic-ALG, Ep.6 and EG on 3 wins, 2 losses. Liquid would just be above the drop, being 2 and 3, and propping up the table were Allegiance and ALG being 1 and 4. Game 1 of the day was Liquid vs Luminosity. For me personally, a lot of hype for this game. Liquid needs to bounce back after an upset to ALG the day before, whereas Luminosity were on cloud 9. I tried to make a joke here but couldn't think of one after sweeping EG. Map 1 was CTF Fathom. Rain hitting every shot with a railgun, as Liquid took an early lead. All of ALG's pulls came to nothing as Liquid counter-capped, making it 2-0. Altan, having more kills than his whole team at this time, tried his best to get something going, and they managed to get 1 flag cap back. But Rain, once again with the railgun, kept ALG at a flag standoff after they tried to cap flag 2. Liquid swarmed ALG's base, taking out Naded and his beloved flag, winning game 1 3-1. Commonly putting on a show with 21 kills. Luminosity would make me nervous throughout the whole of Rig Slay. This was a very close game. Both teams staying tied together in terms of kills, but with Denoxide's late camo grab, ALG won it. Just 50-48, with Naded going 17 and 10, and Spartan going a lowly 5 and 14 for Liquid. A Slayer masterclass on the Rig Strongholds of Game 3, Liquid cruised through to a 2-1 series lead, with Rain's overkill taking the cake. 100-65. Game 4 was over so quickly, you'd be left saying, is that it? On stream, we didn't even get to view this game, it was that fast. T-Squared excited for the goose, but it wasn't on the table. ALG 3 times the amount of kills as Liquid, and a comfortable 3-0. It came down to Slayer on Plaza. I'd hoped for the ALG lads, but around the 25 kill mark, Liquid slowly crept away from them. and after it took 2 of the ALG players about 7 days to kill Penguin whilst he was hiding in the lift, the game was sealed. Liquid 50-44 and the series 3-2. Allegiance vs Optic. Game 1 was CTF Fathom, and it straight away highlighted the differences for these two teams. Allegiance kept up with Optic in slays all game, but the machine of the green wall was so efficient, any advantage they got would lead to a cap for them. 3-0 Optic, Game 1. Despite double snipe for the boys in green, Allegiance would hold Optic to a 4-kill game for the first half. Feeling threatened, Optic would initiate CLG mode and put Allegiance in the naughty corner, otherwise known as Orange Room, for the rest of the game. 50-40 and Optic 2-0 up. A written rule states if you go 2-0 down to Optic, you lose the series no matter what. But Frosty was on full troll mode in Game 3, Empire Strongholds, trying to get ninjas for his montage clips. This game didn't last long. Optic would pretty effortlessly take it 100-11, and the series 3-0. Allegiance probably voted most unluckiest team so far in the Pro League at the halfway stage. Envy vs Enigma-6. The longer the Pro League goes on, the more T-Squared Cowl wants a goose egg. Surely he can't be that hungry. Envy were on a roll even before this game started, and a different E6 turns up every series. In Game 1, CTF Collie, Hugh stepped up against his old teammates wanting to prove a point, and that point was a killing spree and 4 E6 members stuck in red base. This game was over relatively shortly, 3-0. It took Boo Boo and Suspector over 2 minutes to find their first kill. There's only one direction this series is going, or so I thought. And early on it was all Envy, even with Pistola on a lowly breadstick. Envy led 25-17. However, E6 did show some life. Kratos bagging a triple kill and an OS kept the game at bay. It came down to a 1-kill game at 39-38. But Hugh stole OS from a 4-man E6 setup, and Plasma Caster went Envy's way as well, with Envy having 47 kills on the board and E6 39. 2 consecutive pushes failed for Envy, time the game at 47 all. But with E6 sat snug at top mid with full control, Envy pushed again, catching them off guard and winning the game 50-47. My summary of Game 3 will be as quick as the actual game. Envy total control, Envy 100, E6 10, Strongholds Eden, Envy win the series 3-0. The last game of Week 3 was Aloal vs Evil Geniuses. Surely Aloal couldn't win another game. Surely. That series against Liquid was a fluke, right? Heinz used a whole tub of G Fuel that game, right? In fairness to EG, Ninja was playing somewhere in San Diego because he was at TwitchCon, probably on someone's spare 14-inch TV with a dial-up connection somewhere. Aloal capped 2 early flags on Coliseum CTF, but EG would bounce back with their own 2 after Ninja stopped a game-winning cap to start the runoff. Renegade decided he would become God tier level and grabbed a double kill to end the game. Aloal 3-2. Not too sure what EG's thought process was with making Aloal play Truth. Maybe they wanted a challenge, and one they got. Aloal were consistently ahead throughout the whole game. The game came close to a steak dinner, and Renegade hit big numbers again, going 16-8. This new Aloal roster would be the ones laughing, as they had a relative control throughout the whole of Game 3 Strongholds Eden, winning 152. In 1 week, EG went from God Vanquishers to mere mortals, whereas Aloal went from men to gods. Summary. So, after another action-packed week to the Pro League, Envy lead the standings with 5 wins and 1 loss. Optic are hot on their heels, however, being 4-2. And 4 teams make up joint third, those being Liquid, Luminosity, Enigma-6 and Evil Geniuses, which all have 3 wins and 3 losses. Aloal and Allegiance prop at the bottom of the table, being 2-4 and 1-5 respectively. Standout performers this week have to be Envy and Aloal. Envy because they won their most crucial match so far against Optic, and Aloal because they had a full makeover this week playing out of their minds. Week 4's main matches for me are Aloal and E6 on day 1, not because it's a battle for top spot, but more because I want to see how the Aloal side take this short break after their performance this week, and Enigma-6 are a team that could rise or fall at the occasion. My prediction, 3-2 to Aloal, only because I have no clue who E6's 4th jersey will belong to. As for day 2, it has to be the rematch of Evil Geniuses and Optic. It's hard to think now, but this EG side have beaten Optic 3-1 already this season. This break may be just what they need. Get Ogre 2 and Towie together, plotting and scheming, and I'm sure EG can turn up. Do I think they'll win? No. But if they take game 1, then this series will go all the way. My prediction, Optic 3-1. That does it for my video. Tomorrow I'll be reviewing EU Pro League Week 1 matches. But for now, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe. I've been Joe Sketch. Peace.
Carrier kill. Double kill. Game over. Red team wins.